If you've been yearning for a touch of romance, a whisper, a vintage charm, and perhaps an accessory that feels plucked from a beloved novel, then you are in for a treat because the Viola shawl just might be calling your name today. Inspired by the elegance of Jane Austen's world, walks through flower-lined gardens, letters sealed with wax, and afternoon teas under ivy-covered pergolas. This pattern is a love letter to our favorite novels, and a quiet nod to romantical times and tender stories. And I have 3 beautiful variations to show you today. This is Viola by Caleb Baldwin, and it is such an elegant, beautiful accessory that I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy making. This delicate floral design winds its way like vines over a garden wall. It's soft, it's feminine, and ever so graceful. I love the repeating botanical motif throughout this design. Shimmering beads are optional if you want a little bit of twilight sparkle, just in case you plan on wearing this while strolling under a bright full moon. If you haven't watched last week's video on the top 10 tips that I wish I knew when I first started knitting, definitely check that one out when you're done with this, because all of those tips can be applied to this pattern as well. Using a lifeline, blocking, rubber bands, all of that is really going to make such a difference when you're knitting this shawl and really help these beautiful floral and vine motifs shine. Viola is made in our hand-dyed Yak Silk Fingering yarn. It is a beautiful, lustrous, and luxurious blend of yak fiber and silk. It is just chef's kiss. It is very soft, it drapes beautifully, and it is just a dream to work with. And yak fiber is breathable, so it's wonderful, and it is super, super soft, even for sensitive skin. As I mentioned, we have 3 different versions to show you today, so I'm going to start with the scarf version. The scarf version is super beautiful if you're just wanting a nice lightweight little accessory, and I love these gorgeous golden beads that shimmer like dew at dawn. Oh, by the way, the Dawn song from Pride and Prejudice, it's actually my phone alarm. It is one of the most beautiful songs. If you've seen the scene where Mr. Darcy walks across the field at dawn towards Elizabeth, gasp. The scarf version is made in our Sillage colorway. On this version, I love how this floral vine motif drips all the way down to the tip. It's elegant, it's fluid, and it's oh so refined. This shape makes it perfect for tying into a soft knot because it drapes like a ribbon floating in the breeze. Next, we have a bead-free shawl version, which was made in our In a Galaxy Far, Far Away color. This is a stunning deep periwinkle falling somewhere between starlight and twilight. Just like the scarf, the motif runs from end to end, lending the whole piece an air of timeless enchantment. And we have a classic rectangle shawl version made in our beautiful scarlet color. This one is bold, romantic, and unforgettable. And it's adorned with these glistening black beads that look like beautiful obsidian gems. If you have never beaded before, have no fear, it is so easy. We actually have several tutorials on how to do it. Have a watch on those if you would like. You don't need to pre-string anything. You just need a teeny tiny crochet hook, and you grab your bead onto your hook and you slip it onto your stitch. It's super easy, it's meditative, and it is oh so satisfying. And I did want to mention that the pointed versions have more of a rolled edge for the border, while this rectangular version uses seed stitch all the way around. The pattern does come with written and charted instructions, so you get to choose whichever version you prefer. All in all, this is just a wonderful pattern to make. It really holds your interest throughout, and you're going to end up with a gorgeous accessory that's wonderful for wearing out and about when you need just a little bit of elegance and charm. You can download this beautiful pattern and get the yarn at expressionfiberarts.com. While you're there, be sure to sign up for email and text updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. And just for some juicy fun today, I am going to be giving away 2 skeins each of these gorgeous colors, so you can make your very own versions of this shawl. To enter, just make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and comment the word elegant below. Now to make this shawl, in addition to your basic stitches like knits, purls, yarn overs, knit two togethers, slip slip knits, there are a couple of other fun stitches that you're gonna need to know how to work. So I thought I would show you how those go today, just in case you haven't encountered them in the past. We'll start with a purl through the back loop. So we're gonna work our purl into this back loop of our stitch here. So your yarn is to the front, of course. You're gonna go ahead and insert your needle into the stitch and just purl it through the back loop. So let me knit one and then we'll do that again. Okay, yarn to the front, find the back loop of your stitch and insert your needle into it like so. And then go ahead and purl that stitch. Next, we're going to purl two together. So this one's pretty straightforward. Your yarn is in the front, and you're going to grab the front legs of both of your next two stitches, like so, and just purl them together. So that's a decrease. So do it one more time. Yarn is in the front. Insert your needle into both of the next two stitches, and go ahead and purl those two together for a decrease. Next is the CDD, or the centered double decrease. We're going to start by slipping two stitches to our right needle as if to knit two together. So normally if we were knitting two together, we would insert our needle like so. So go ahead and slip those onto your right needle. Then you're going to knit the next stitch from your left needle. Then you're going to take your left needle and insert it from left to right into the two stitches that you slipped, and just pass those up and over the knitted stitch. Next is an LOK, or a lifted over knot. So this makes a cool little wrap looking stitch. So you're going to take your right needle and insert it into the third stitch from the tip of your left needle, and you're going to lift it up and over and off. So it kind of wraps around these two stitches. Now since we've decreased a stitch, we need to add that back in basically so that we're not decreasing. So you're going to knit one, then you're going to yarn over, so there's our increase, so we're maintaining our stitch count, and then knit one. And it's as easy as that. So hopefully that was helpful and you are all set to make your lovely and elegant Viola shawl. So whether you're wrapping yourself in a love story or just diving deeper into your own beautiful self-love, Viola is your invitation to romance, one stitch at a time. I love it so much and I hope that you do as well. Oh, and if you have any great romance novel suggestions, definitely pop them below so the rest of us can check those out. So have an inspired week, and I will see you next week with another gorgeous design. Bye!